Finally, after long and hard negotiations with the Russians,
Kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
our dear leader has obtained freedom for a WNBA
What, are you retarded?
women's player.
You're fired.
Over a U.S. Marine. Is that right? What the fuck? I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next.
What the hell's going on out here?
Good Friday, everyone. Jasper Gonzo here. What's Next? Your daily dose as always. Hope you guys are enjoying the end of the week. Well, for some. I've got to work tomorrow at my day job. Britney Griner. Remember her? Yeah, most of us don't. But anywho, WNBA player Britney Griner, who plays for a league that can't make money because, of course, it's totally funded by the NBA and, of course, and China, But she decided to go off to Russia one day. I'm going on vacation, see the sights. As she got to Russia, she got busted for possession of THC, doobie oil. But just before she got busted for that, she thumbed her nose at America. She thumbed her nose. How America is racist, bigoted, phobic, you name it. Basically trashing America on foreign soil. Then she got busted. And so now the Russians were like, well, you know what? What are we going to do? We got to make an example out of her. She is charged for spying, really, and sentenced to 9 years. 9 years. Well, of course, those common sense Americans like myself were like, you know what? We don't need her. Enjoy. But of course, there was just a lot of hoopla, oh, how dare you? Ooh, all the libs were getting all mad and, pearl clutching and panty bunching because of a woman of color who happened to be Lebanese. But let's put that to the side. Look at Paul Whelan, U.S. Marine, decorated Paul Whelan, is serving a 16-year sentence for quote-unquote spying, which was never truly vetted or proven to be factual. But the Russians were like, no, he's spying. So they gave him 16 years. He's served 4 so far. He has been pleading between 2 administrations, Trump and, of course, now dementia, get me the out. Oh, we're trying, says the State Department. We're trying. But finally, freedom has been obtained for the WNBA player, and Paul Whelan is still rotting in the Russian gulag. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. This is the actual video of, did I forget the Merchant of Death? Yes, Victor Bout. He's a Merchant of Death. Yes, serving a 25-year stint in American prison because of selling arms to drug lords and what have you that were involved in killing Americans. But that's neither here nor there. Traded for Britney Griner, caught on video. The video showing a moment of U.S. handing over convicted terrorist Victor the Merchant of Death Bout in exchange for basketball player Britney Griner. Yeah. The video recorded by Russian state media, TASS, shows the exact moment the two were exchanged, TMZ Sports reported. In the video, Griner wearing a plaid red jacket. Of course, you can see right there, she's about 6'9", and she looks like a dude. Wearing a plaid red jacket, seen walking past a group of officials who were escorting Bout back to Russia. Take a look, shall we? This is the exciting moment, people. Yes, it's exciting. Oh my gosh. The hairs on the back of my neck are tingling. And of course, those faces that are blanked out, we're talking about government officials. The trade has been made. The deal has been done, according to Roger Goodell. As Bell walks away with a Russian escort, Griner is seen being ushered over to a representative of either the U.S. Arab Emirates, UAB, wow, United Arab Emirates, wow, or the Saudis, both of whom acted as intermediaries between Russia and the U.S. to effect Griner's release and the prisoner swap. Of course, this is the video of Britney Griner on the plane as she's making her way back home.
Happy?
Well, are you ready for a flight?
Yes.
Yes. Good. What was that?
Exciting, isn't it? The lopsided trade caused many an eyebrow to be raised. U.S. Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat of Jersey, for one, calls the trade deeply disturbing. This is a Democrat saying that this trade was deeply disturbing. The Russians and other regimes have taken American citizens hostage cannot pretend that there is an equivalence between Britney Griner, the world, and people like Victor Bout, the so-called merchant of death. Nothing could be further from the truth, and we cannot ignore the release of Bout back into the world is a deeply disturbing decision. Menendez said on Thursday, "We must stop inviting dictatorial and rogue regimes to use Americans overseas as bargaining chips, and we must try to do better to encourage American citizens against traveling to places like Russia, where they're primary targets for this type of unlawful detention." Thousands of Twitter users agreed with Menendez, and trading a dangerous terrorist for a mere basketball player was a bad deal. Many pointing out in particular that the drug-using Griner has also spent years attacking the U.S. and refusing to stand for the national anthem. That's a fact. In July of 2020, Griner told the sports media, "I honestly feel we should not play the national anthem during our season. I think we should take that much of a stand." Even if the league decided to play the anthem, Griner said she was going to stand with others against the country anyway. "Yes, I'm standing for the cause of lies. I'm going to protest regardless. I'm going to be out there for national anthem," she said. "If the league continues to want to play it, that's fine. It will be all season long. I will not be out there myself. I feel more like I'm going to probably do the same thing. I can only speak for myself." Well, we go from that debacle to more debacle. Joe Dementia, Britney Griner, an incomparable athlete who represents the best of America. This is Dementia.
Good morning, folks, and it is a good morning. Moments ago, standing together with her wife Sherelle in the Oval Office, I spoke with Britney Griner. She's safe, and the fact remains that she's lost months of her life, experienced a needless trauma, and she deserves space, privacy, and time with her loved ones to recover and heal from her time being wrongfully detained.
And the monies.
Britney is an incomparable athlete, a two-time Olympic gold medalist for Team USA. She endured mistreatment in a show trial in Russia with characteristic grit and incredible dignity. She represents the best America.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We traded a basketball player for a terrorist. This is Paul Whelan, serving 16 years for quote-unquote spying, but yet we traded a death dealer for a basketball player. But in word of criticism of not getting Whelan, this is not a choice of which American to bring home. Yes, it was. Sadly, for totally illegitimate reasons, Russia is treating Paul's case differently than Britney's, he said. Bullshit. He promised to keep working for Whelan's release. Bullshit. And meaning that the family would likely have mixed emotions about the news of Griner's release. "We will keep on negotiating good faith in Paul's release. I guarantee that," he said. "I want that to the family. I guarantee you." The White House argued out Thursday about the daily briefing with reporters that there was only one choice: bring Britney home or no one. Daily briefing with reporters. Bring the basketball player, fuck the U.S. Marine. Quote, "She is an important role model and inspiration to millions of Americans, particularly in the alphabet and women of color communities." White House Press Secretary Jean-Luc Picard, whose qualifications, Black, Lebanese, and she has a vag, we think. What a fucking clown show. An absolute joke of a clown show. Now, I'm not going to put this totally on Dementia's hands. He's been in there for 4 years between 2 administrations. Now, of course, I was reading a lot on Twitter that Trump was getting slammed as well for not pushing hard enough to get Whelan out. But nevertheless, this all falls in Dementia's court now. It's all in his basket. And yet, no pun intended, you chose the basketball player, woman of color, Lebanese, the best America has to offer, over a decorated U.S. Marine. But then again, this is not the first time we saw how wonderful Dementia did by leaving our members of the military in Afghanistan when he abruptly pulled out. Gosh, he's such a fucking clown. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe to it, and continue to pray for Paul Whelan's family. And hopefully, Lord willing, he gets released soon. We'll see you next time. Peace.